Toyota's fake PR agency, the Federal Chamber of Automotive Industries, recently jumped in the sack, metaphorically, with the Australian Border Force and its thigh-high leather jackboots. Yes. Very Marilyn Manson. So tactical, and yet oddly stimulating. I'm John Cadogan from AutoExpert.com.au, and I get new cars cheap for buyers here in Australia, mate. Website for that, obviously. Or you could just click the card that's up there now, dude. This high-level bilateral vegetable stroking exchange took place to curtail a mostly imaginary fake auto parts pandemic, a counterfeit crime spree of sorts. And it's not exactly working, which I recently proved using a scientific test, which we will get to in just a sec, upliftingly, because power tools, high-vis thongs and a face full of gin are a match made in heaven. I think you'd agree. That's coming up. The FCAI is, of course, the car industry's grubby little anti-consumer lobby group in... Goodness me, the cult from Old Regret nearly got away with that one. I'd hate to have to call Clancy and, you know, sort out the overflow. Where were we? It's all a blur. Leaving to one side the self-evident proposition that the FCAI is actually just a counterfeit Toyota accessory itself, these Kingstonian purveyors of the vested interest have been pushing two main barrows on these fake parts for donkey's years now, right? Firstly, they want to terrify you into thinking that all non-genuine parts might be counterfeit. Hate that. They blurred this line over and over and over, disgracefully. Yet, consumers like us actually need a healthy supply of quality non-genuine parts in the market, mainly to stop car makers from acting like complete cartel cockheads on pricing. A quality aftermarket part is often as good as, or better than, a genuine part, and it's generally cheaper, whereas counterfeits are, for example, a set of brake pads from some third world sweatshop purporting to be actual Toyota pads or something, potentially made from compressed grass clippings. That actually happened. Probably not that good, now that I think about it, off the main straight into turn one. Counterfeiters are, of course, criminals, and we already have laws about that, so the FCAI could just pull its friggin' head in, but of course they sniff the filthy stench of opportunity. If the car industry just wanted to sell a few more genuine parts, perhaps instead of fear-mongering on this, they could just drop their extortionate prices and be actually commercially competitive. It's just a suggestion. The second agenda for the FCAI on this, they want you to think public safety, dude. They're protecting you, allegedly, because this is clearly life and death, and they care so deeply about you. They don't want you and your beautiful money to wake up dead in hell, being roasted endlessly and tormented by, for example, listening to Celine Dion for eternity. Nobody deserves that. Certainly not just for buying some Ryco air filter. The FCAI and Toyota have held virtual IP rights brand protection and detection training through 2020 to 21 to inform ABF officers of the threat posed by counterfeit vehicle parts. Well, that's everything a girl could ever dream of, isn't it? A three-way counterfeit parts pandemic prevention program. Thank the Lord Jesus for keeping us all so safe. FCAI, Toyota. Tomato, tomato. In addition, critical tools and information for the identification of both legitimate and counterfeit vehicle parts was provided to enable ABF officers more easily differentiate goods suspected of being counterfeit from legitimate before they reach Australian roads. More official lobby group, almost English, right there. FCAI comms have been so dependably shit ever since Lenore fucked off to manage that car park. Just saying, dudes. Everyone thinks they can write really good until they actually have a crack at it, publicly. Speaking of critical tools, every counterfeit vehicle part seized is a win for Australian drivers. Well, golly gee, Jim Bob, let us all remove our scrunchies and bounce on the bed, riffing air guitar endlessly nude, shall we?
Excellent!
TW there. Tony Webber. Quoted before, okay? Like just before, not in Bill and Ted, in Kingston. Do try to keep up. He's the world's most impossibly uplifting lobbyist. Personal opinion. T-Dub, as he's doubtless known within the rap community. Love your work, dude. We are taking the fight to these counterfeit criminals, and we are getting results. I'd respectfully suggest that they're not counterfeit criminals, T-Dub. They're genuine criminals, and you guys should know because what your organisation does with the language routinely is genuinely criminal. Metaphorically, like personal opinion, no allegation of actual criminality is made. This is satire, dude. Like, lighten up. I've done more for your profile than anyone else in the media. You're welcome. Our engagement with the Department of Home Affairs and the ABF is an example of the importance of an ongoing collaborative relationship between the car industry and government. I did not know you got engaged. Congratulations, dude. That was quick. I wonder if the Beetrooter still holds the record there on the Department of Home Affairs front. Dudes want to be him and dudettes want to be with him, apparently. I don't think I will ever understand that. He's obviously got something. Think you'd agree? A three-way with Toyota and the FCAI, making an honest woman of a few senior ABF officers in their Marilyn Manson dress uniforms, all ordering room service in Fishwick and sharing the vegetables, where you and your safety come first. I'm pretty sure I saw that movie when it premiered in Fishwick. At this point, therefore, it behooves me to show you exactly how effectively this war on fake parts is being taken to these evil bastard auto parts counterfeiters by the aforementioned forces of good. How protected I was recently from this counterfeit crime wave, this fake parts pandemic. I felt compelled to run an experiment to embed myself in the front line of this war. And not for a moment did I think the FCAI were an ineffective, self-promoting bag of dicks carrying on dubious affair with the truth. No siree. It would be grossly unfair to categorise my behaviour to the effect that I was operating on the presumption that they were fuller than Doctor Who's TARDIS, full of bullshit. Not at all. Given the FCAI's impressive track record of consistency, I would of course extend them the benefit of any doubt endlessly. It's just that independent verification of claims is always somewhat helpful, especially during a war. And if this battle were in fact being won, there would be no way in hell that I could just go to eBay and be assaulted by, for example, some death-dealing random fake part manufactured by a genuine international criminal, helpfully suggested to me by eBay's multi-million-dollar AI. I'm certainly very pleased indeed that I was protected from that. So thank you sincerely, ABF, Toyota, and the FCAI for keeping me so fucking safe, while also making those detailed wedding plans. And thank you, fake-named eBay retailer in China, for your definitive contribution to testing this hypothesis. I never thought I'd be going door to door in Guangzhou with the troops. So, perhaps we should unbox like it's 1999. For more tips like this, visit my other website, misspentYouthExpert.com.au. Unless Alborz has that one too. Spyderco locking tactical folder. Link in the description. Sometimes love don't feel like it should. You make it hurt so good. Yes. You know you're in the presence of a truly A-grade counterfeit when even the packaging purports to be genuine, at least on the inside. Chinese writing outside, genuine, made in Stuttgart English allegation on the inside. If only I'd had that 3-for-1 zucchini sharing training in Fishwick, alarm bells would have rung for me then and there. Award-winning in... Multi-award-winning in... Iconic multi-award-winning investigative journalist Cletus Van Dam lines up the shot. His form looks good. And the crowd goes wild. The Ming Moles there in the midst of their own serendipitous fake parts pandemic, live on Poontang Island, the only place on Earth where social distancing is a felony. Go figure. Now, where are we? It does look beautiful though, doesn't it? This critical fat cave upgrade. It actually kind of reminds me of the star over Bethlehem all those years ago, don't you think? Imagine if Jesus had been sponsored. Ultimate product placement deal right there. Audi would have fair dinkum spewed. The sun and the star, together forever. Yes. How much worse than genuine can this counterfeit item possibly be? Like, the genuine one was, of course, the subject of a massive recall last year in America, because it could cause the power steering, left headlamp and or wiper motor to malfunction. That's actually pretty clever when you think about it, being able to do all that while keeping the grille tastelessly illuminated at the same time. Engineered like no other car. Perhaps Daimler was duped, just as was I. Perhaps the three-pronged suppository procured its genuine LED badges from the same filthy counterfeiter on eBay as me. We could both just be the victims here in this story, Daimler and me. This report is proudly sponsored by my very good friends at the CMD Star Foundation, right next to the FCAI in Kingston. Coincidence? I think not. CMD, of course, routinely strikes down the lobbyist and the politician in their prime. It's terrible when you see a sufferer having an acute attack during a press conference. Even my cold black heart goes out to them. Actually, it doesn't. CMD, of course, began with patient zero, Charles Chucky Marstein in Sons of Anarchy. I accept that. Sufferers quickly earn widespread opprobrium. Here at the Foundation, of course, our mission is to destigmatise CMD, or, as it is more correctly known in the diagnostic literature, compulsive masturbatory disorder. Cock and I, Coctimus Prime. We dream of the day, hopefully soon, when CMD is viewed just like any other disease. But not cock rot, obviously. Begone, spawn of Satan! Must get around to updating the formulation. It's getting a bit old. Inoculate yourself today with your very own $45 genuine counterfeit CMD Star from eBay. This way, should you run for office or just get a job in Kingston, you will already have antibodies sufficient to leave the vegetables alone in public. Even the zucchini. It is so tempting though, isn't it? It's the soluble fibre, dude. There's some complex autoimmune reaction, and the exact biochemistry remains somewhat elusive. Bleach is involved, obviously, and, of course, ultraviolet. However, if we just get enough CMD stars a-glowing out there across Australia, we could be the first developed nation on Earth to acquire herd immunity. Yes. As your next Prime Minister, I assure you this is one way you might help make Australia less shit. Then we'll all be able to sing proudly, unmasked once again, just like in the olden days. Join me now. Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are CMD free. We've golden creeks and caravans and everything that kills. Our land abounds with snakes and sharks, with bogans, rich and poor. In history's page, at every stage, less shit, Australia, make, etc. Learn the actual words, dude. It's not that hard. It's called patriotism. This has been a fake message from a fake newsreader reading a fake teleprompter in a fake studio, illuminated by a fake star, while pretending to be a fake political candidate singing a fake national anthem, running on a fake platform covering a fake counterfeit parts pandemic, highlighted by a fake communications agency. So, on balance, still substantially more credible than everything ever broadcast on Sky News after about 8 p.m.